So welcome back to DC Silver Age Storytime, and today's story comes from Action Comics number 278, published in July 1961 with story by Jerry Coleman and art by Curt Swan. Perry White, you've become an evil super menace. Why are you compelling me to strike you with this statue I made in your honor?
It is to symbolize our broken friendship, Superman. Once we were good friends, but now that I am the invulnerable Master Man, we must be enemies.
Featuring the superpowers of Perry White. Perry White, hard-boiled but well-meaning editor of the Daily Planet, is suddenly seen in a new and startling role, and an astonishing sequence of events gives him superpowers. How does he get them? How do they affect him? And how do they change his relationship to Superman? The answer to these questions is so incredible it will leave you gasping as you read The Superpowers of Perry White.
Lead does not stop my heat vision, Superman. I'm melting your armor right off your back.
It is evening in the outskirts of Metropolis, and hard-working Perry White, tough editor of the Daily Planet, relaxes in his garden.
White rose is doing well. Petunia's blooming as usual. Azalea's looking a little scrubby. And great heavens, what's that? It wasn't here yesterday. Where did it come from? What kind of tree is it? The odor of that fruit, delicious. I must take a bite. Not like a peach or an apple. Not like any fruit I've ever tasted. As a matter of fact, but wonderful. Crunch.
Next morning, as Perry returns to his office and struggles with a stubborn safe.
Drat! This door is stuck again. I'm sure I dialed the right combination. I'm so mad I could rip. The metal must have rusted through. I guess I'll have to order a new safe.
A little later, as Perry receives a call from one of his reporters. This is Jimmy Olsen, Chief. I got the lowdown on the state senators. They're planning a new bill that...
You idiot. I meant the Senators baseball team. Great Caesar's ghost. Can't I trust anyone around here? I ought to crash.
Chief, what was that?
Huh?
What was it?
Nothing. My watch fell. Hang up and let me think, Olsen. Either everything has gone to rack and ruin around here, or I'll find out soon enough.
Grimly, Perry strides to a huge trophy cabinet and...
These weigh hundreds of pounds, and yet with one hand, I have got super strength. A moment later, and heat vision, too. Pretty puff, convenient. Then, and I can fly, no doubt about it. I've acquired superpowers, just like Superman. But how? That strange fruit I ate from that weird plant. That must be it. I'd better keep this a secret. I'll let people think the desk and safe were wrecked in a burglary attempt last night, and order new ones right now.
Moments later, when Perry steps out of his office, Lois Lane hails him. Come on, Perry. I want you to watch while we photograph the kryptonite exhibit I set up.
Kryptonite, the one substance that can harm Superman. What will it do to me now?
But Perry need not worry on that score, for there's a replica of green kryptonite, the kind that's fatal to Superman, and red, which always has an unpredictable effect on him, and blue, which is harmful to Bizarro creatures only, and white, which, after it passed through a space cloud, is harmless to Superman, but destroys all plant life.
Of course, those fragments are only imitation kryptonite.
Photographed in color, it will make a wonderful illustration for the article I'm writing on kryptonite for our Sunday color section.
I wonder, am I vulnerable to kryptonite as Superman is? I must find out now.
Somewhat later, after making a number of purchases,
this asbestos suit will permit me to fly through the atmosphere at high speeds without catching fire. The lead-lined mask will conceal my identity, even from Superman's X-ray vision. And the insignia stands for Master Man. I'm all set.
So it is that presently a weird figure propels itself upward into space.
Now to travel through outer space at super speed till I come upon a kryptonite meteor. Whoosh! Soon, a whole swarm of them passing me, and they don't bother me at all. That means I'm even more super than Superman. Kryptonite radiation can harm Superman, but not me. I'll take this one back with me. Maybe I can experiment with it and find out how to make Superman immune to it too.
Returning to Earth, Perry hides the kryptonite in.
I'll use my powers for good, as Superman does. I'll cruise slowly back to the office and what? There's something that needs my super attention right now. A truck with loose brakes.
Look, who's that? That figure with the M. He has superpowers.
This sure feels good. I'm going to enjoy my new career. Don't be afraid. Master Man will help you.
Master Man? Who's he? By the time Perry has returned to the planet and hidden his costume, news of Master Man is on everyone's lips, and who can the mysterious Master Man be?
I want you to get me a story on just that, Clark. And if you discover his identity, you get a week's vacation. Ha! If they only knew, that's one scoop Clark will never get.
Speaking of vacation, Chief, I'd like the afternoon off. My Aunt Emma is in town, and she has a bad cold, and
X-ray vision sure comes in handy. Mine shows me a pass to today's baseball game in Jimmy's pocket. I'll teach him a lesson. Of course, take the rest of the day off. It's too bad, though. I was going to have you cover the big game. Guess I'll have to do that myself.
Drat. What a chump I am. Now I can't go or Perry will see me. Why'd I have to open my big mouth?
A few moments later. Flash, a lion just escaped near Metropolis Amusement Park. People are in panic. This is a job for Masterman. Job for Superman. Excuse me, folks, bad headache. I have to go now. Time to take a liver pill. Shortly before, secretly changing his super role in the Daily Planet storeroom, Clark peers in with his X-ray vision and, great Scott, Perry is Masterman. How did he get superpowers? Whew. It sure is funny, the two of us using this room for a secret change to a super role. I'll let him get out before I go in. First come, first serve. Presently, when Clark, too, has changed, I'll stay out of his sight and observe him with my telescopic vision. Maybe I'll find out the secret of his powers that way.
Later at the amusement park, must stop that lion from reaching people. This should do it. Whoosh. Pretty clever. He used his super breath to isolate the lion, and now he'll pick the beast up and return it to its cage. Remaining hidden, Superman keeps close watch with his telescopic vision and presently at Perry's home. His hands moving at super speed, changing wires, adding gadgets, altering the shape of others. What's he doing to that TV set? For a moment, weird lights glow, and then an incredible sight appears.
This is Zonsnu, calling Wytrom from the planet Earth. I have you, Zonsnu. This is Wytrom of the planet Zellum. Has your mission succeeded? I landed as a spore, grew into a mature plant, and developed fruit, which an Earthling ate. As the substance spread through his bloodstream, he first acquired superpowers, and then I finally acquired complete control of his body and mind. Earth is a fine place for us, Wytrom. Its sun is warm, its soil fertile. Not like our dying planet. There is only one difficulty, an Earthling called Superman with superpowers. Find out all you can about him and destroy him. Then our people will move to Earth as spores, as you did, and we will continue with part 2.